So I've got another recipe for you here, and this is for a Christmas vegetable strudel. What I've got in here is a mixture of lots of different Christmas vegetables that I like to use and have lying around, but also it's the sort of thing that you could use spare vegetables. So if you happen to have from Christmas Day any leftover Brussels sprouts or broccoli, this would make a great addition to this dish here. So first thing I did was I roasted some leeks, some Brussels sprouts and some butternut squash with some fresh cranberries, which make a lovely sharp kind of little bit of flavour, but gives a nice citrusy flavour to the finished dish. So I roast those in some olive oil on a baking tray for 30 minutes. Then I bring them out of the oven. And what I've done then is I've added in half a bag of baby spinach. And then also what I've added to this for a bit of a savoury flavour is some Stilton cheese. And then I've also got some Gruyere and some mature cheddar. What we're going to need to do is to brush our sheets of phyllo with the butter again. Now for this recipe, because you're making a larger portion of food, what I find is you need to use more sheets of pastry. So what we're going to do is start off by brushing one sheet, but we're also going to have to go on to brush 4 more sheets. So in total, we're going to be using 5 sheets of phyllo. The thing when you're filling phyllo pastry is that you want to make your filling go down the centre of your phyllo pastry, because we're going to be rolling it up like a roulade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my pastry horizontally, and then I'm going to bring my filling over, and I'm going to make sure that I do a nice generous portion of filling all the way down the middle. So you can afford to be quite generous with this. As I mentioned with the butter, we also need to make sure that this has a good coating around all 4 edges, just to make sure that nothing escapes while it's baking in the oven, because you've also got cheese in there as well, so you want to make sure that none of the cheese escapes from any of the sides. And once you've got your butter securely brushed all the way around the edges, the idea is that we bring in the sides. So you're almost folding it like an envelope. You're bringing in the sides before you make your roll. So you want to go this way, and then again always press down just to give it that chance to not escape while it's cooking. So fold in well. And then it's just a case of lifting up your phyllo pastry and rolling it into cylinder shape. So you want to bring it up carefully. Use your hands to secure the filling so that it doesn't all pop out, and then tuck in any bits that might escape at the bottom, so you make sure that they are all firmly secured into place. And then you bring it right round, roll it, make sure those sides are well, so you've tucked your sides well and securely in. And what you'll end up with, nice roulade shape. And it almost looks a bit like a sausage roll. So that's the complete dish. All we need to do now is to transfer it to the buttered baking dish, which I'm going to lift up carefully. Pop it on there. And then the finishing touches obviously is we need a nice generous layer of butter, just to ensure that this gets a lovely golden colour when it's baked in the oven. So here we have the finished Christmas vegetable strudel. This strudel has been baking in the oven for 30 minutes at 200 degrees. So what you're looking for is the final colour to be a really nice dark golden brown.